Hello and welcome to Bonus Dad.
Bonus Daughter, a special father-daughter podcast with me, Hannah.
And me, Davey, where we discuss our differences, similarities,
Share a few laughs and stories
within our ever-changing and complex world.
Each week we will discuss a topic
From our own point of view.
and influences throughout the decades.
Or you could choose one by contacting us.
Via email, Instagram, Facebook or TikTok. Hello and welcome to a very special podcast episode by Bonus Dad, Bonus Daughter. That's us, by the way. We are doing part 2 of Collective Fears.
Collective, indeed, because we gabbled on, or I gabbled on too much and went on too many tangents in the last episode.
Yes.
And we decided, I thought that this would have to be a two-parter.
Two-parter.
Mm-hmm.
We keep doing lots of two-parters.
We do.
Do people mind them?
I don't know.
Let's ask the audience.
I mean,
do you mind them?
I quite like the two-parters as well because it means there's less ideas for me to think of.
And also, that is true. But also, I think from a listening point of view, they're a bit more bite-sized this way.
They are a little bit more bite-sized, yeah.
We try to keep it under an hour. We try to keep it under 45 minutes, actually.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah, generally under 45. I mean, the last episode we did was 30 minutes because I realised if we go through these decades, then it was probably going to be more like an hour. So I thought we'll do an hour's podcast, but do it in 2 30-minute chunks.
Yes.
See if people like the 30 minutes rather than the 45 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So,
Collective Fears over the decades.
Yeah, so
let's run through it.
So last episode we kind of spoke about why we have the collective fears, the psychology behind them, a bit of sociology thrown in there as well.
Mr. Beck.
A few theories, a few bits and bobs, and now I thought we'd have an episode devoted to what we were actually scared of through the eras.
Yes.
And just talk about them really and gain your insight on a few of them because you wouldn't have seen
I weren't born. I was not in existence.
Just to see what you think. So, now, when I was growing up, I was, by the time the 1980s hit, I was 5, because I was born in the year 1975.
Oui.
So, in the 80s, I was starting to become, shall we say, socially aware.
Yeah.
Socially aware? Yeah.
Aware of the world.
Of the world, you know, of these other things.
Your little bubble of you and your house.
Yeah,
gone.
and during the 80s, we had this constant collective fear of, we're going to die.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest way of putting it.
When was Uncle Stuart born?
He was born 1980.
Oh, you're 5 years apart.
Yeah, 5 years apart. Yeah. And Anthony he's 14, Amanda's 14 years, and Ant's 16 years younger than me. So I can't do maths. Late 80s they were born.
Okay.
Late 80s. So, in the 1980s...
The true millennials.
True millennials. So, in the 1980s, it was the era of the Cold War and the toxic planet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're chilly, but we're also warm.
We're literally gonna die from the apocalypse. Now, one of the biggest fears that we had was nuclear war. We had this constant fear that Russia was gonna bomb us.
Yeah.
The 3-minute warning. That's what we would had. 3-minute warning before
death.
Before the bomb. You know, we would know 3 minutes. That's all we'd have before the bomb hit.
I mean, if they're gonna chuck a bomb at us.
Chuck a bomb at us. Yeah.
You know, loose terms.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go for major populous cities, right? London, Manchester. No? Would it be more devastating to hit a rural community?
No, because you'd want to take out infrastructure, wouldn't you?
So London, Stansted.
So you'd
Heathrow, Gatwick.
You would look at airports, military bases, and one thing Norfolk does have a lot of. We
do have a lot of RAF bases, actually.
Is a lot of military bases.
Yeah, we do.
So, I mean, if there was a 3-minute warning now, where would I go? Probably Wales.
Oh.
I wouldn't get there in 3 minutes.
I was just thinking that, yeah. I mean, you could try.
Did you know the thing about the thumb? You know Fallout?
Yes.
Do you know why they do the thumb? What that's all about?
Yeah.
Pip-Boy? Yeah.
If it's bigger than your thumb, you need to...
Bigger than your thumb, run.
Run.
If it's not bigger than your thumb...
Oh,
no,
dear.
hang on, it's the other way around, isn't it?
No, if you do this...
If you do that with your thumb, and the mushroom cloud...
is bigger, you need to start running.
No, if it's smaller, you run. If it's bigger, there's no point because you.
Oh yeah.
There's no point.
Sorry, yeah.
Unless you're the guy who survived Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yes.
You know, both.
What a legend.
Yeah, survived both of them. So we basically.
How crazy to be in two like
I
nuclear
know.
bombs.
That's nuts. So
Unlucky, but cool.
But there was this tension between America and Russia, and at any point, the weapons of mass destruction were all going to die.
Still?
Well, yeah, there is. Yeah. And at any point, we were going to die from the nuclear bomb.
Fun.
What didn't help was media and also shows and films, which reinforced that. I mean, you've got War Games with Matthew Broderick. You had Threads, which was absolutely terrifying.
I remember you talking about Threads.
When the Wind Blows, we watched that as well. We had, we did do the drills in school that under the table. What freaking use was that going to be? But there you go, it happened.
Yeah, because the table will protect you.
Yeah, there was another film called The Day After as well. Another film about nuclear war. And then you had there were other films in the 80s as well. Oh my God, they remade it with C. Thomas Howell in it and Patrick Swayze and Red Dawn. Red Dawn.
I thought you were talking about Dirty Dancing. 'Cause I had the time of my life. The soundtrack to Destruction.
Yeah. One of the other fears, which I mentioned in the previous episode, was acid rain. And what we were scared of, or what we were told was going to happen, because the forests were dying and pollution was going into the lakes.
You guys really deforestation was not cool.
Yeah, there is. In fact, do you know what? That I was reading. So there's an audiobook. It came up on Spotify today, and it's a book that's read by Nish Kumar. Okay. I'm 5 minutes in and I'm already invested.
Is Nish that guy that does is the comedian that does the show with the lady in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know who you mean.
I can't
remember her
show
name. The blonde lady.
Yeah. And she always like.
Thank you, Nish.
Yeah, baits him.
Yeah, and he's sitting there like, what?
Yeah.
And it's a book by the name of Tom Phillips. Sorry, an author by the name of Tom Phillips. And the book is called Humans, A Brief History of How We Fucked It All Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, it starts off with the first bit is about Lucy. Lucy, the very first human that we found in the 60s. Or whatever. Now he says... the
very first human we found in the 60s.
We found the body in the 60s. Yeah. And it's we thought that Lucy was the missing link between us and apes.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is how funny the book is. It says, she was the first sort of upright humanoid that we have found walking on the thing. However, it seems that she felt that she died by falling out of a tree. And it says, we haven't really kind of progressed much. She fucked it up by falling out of a tree. And that kind of has led the groundwork for how humanity has been.
That's how I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to die via falling out of tree. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I would make peace with that. I mean, I'd be dead, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So essentially what it was that the forests were dying, the lakes were becoming acidic, all this crap was going into the oceans. It would then go up into the atmosphere and then come down in acid rain.
Yum.
And that's what we were scared of. And it was a real issue, but apparently it was improved with clean air laws. So we rectified it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I believe that. I don't know how much of a threat it really was. Was it one of those?
Yeah, scaremongering tactics.
Was it scaremongering at the time? Was it a real issue? Was it a real threat? Were we going to die from acid rain? I mean, if you think about it, that's freaking terrifying, isn't it?
You can't really help rain.
No. Can you imagine you're out shopping, it starts to rain. What are you going to do?
Well, your bag's going to split. You have tampons all over the place.
Feminine hygiene products are Gimbo.
Yeah, they ain't going to protect you now.
Yeah. The other one that we had issue in the 80s was the ozone layer hole. I've mentioned this one. Got it. Yeah. And literally what this was, so we've got the ozone layer around the whole of the world and it protects us from harmful sun rays.
Yes.
Yeah. And there was things called CFCs and they were chlorofluorocarbons.
Okay.
Say that after a few beers.
Chlorophoric carbons.
Yes.
Just did.
And I remember there was this one advert, and it was a lady spraying her hair with hairspray. Right. It said, "What's more important, your hair or the environment?"
Rude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that one lady's fault. It was Blame the women.
Yeah.
Lucy falling out the tree. Ladies with their hairspray.
The other thing was
Okay.
fridges. If I remember rightly, fridges used to emit CFCs.
Oh, of course. Another thing that's linked to being female and domestic. I get it.
That's a leap.
Well, is it fuck a leap?
Yeah, of course it is. Who does all the cooking in our house? Who does all the cooking in your house?
A man.
Well then, there you go. Wind your neck in.
But in the 80s? But in the 80s?
Yeah.
In the 80s?
When was the last time you opened a fridge?
I did so this morning.
Did
No,
you?
I actually didn't this morning.
Yeah.
When was the last time I opened the fridge? Oh, to get that glass bottle Coke out on Friday.
Yeah. And who did I see in the fridge when I walked in this morning?
Mitchell.
Your dear husband.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Cooking again, bless him.
Cooking for himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cooking for himself.
The other thing we were scared of was toxic waste and the dumping of all these toxins.
So you didn't like sour sweets back then?
But bunch.
Oi, oi.
So there was these stories of like neighborhoods being built where underneath the ground there would be all this toxic waste.
It's very poltergeist, isn't it?
It is very. They moved the stones, but they didn't move the bodies. Yeah, poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yes.
They built our house, but they didn't remove the toxic waste.
Yeah. In fact, there was a
The
group.
hell is a love canal, by the way?
I just copied and pasted that from Google.
Lovely.
Yeah. So,
Shall we Google it?
can you remember? No, you wouldn't. I don't think you've ever seen them, but there was a group of films in the 80s by this real. They were B films, and they were called. The film company was called Troma. And they did all these weird films. There was like Surf Nazis Must Die, things like The Toxic Avenger, I think, was one of Troma's. But they did a film called Class of Nukem High, where the radioactive waste turned people like. I mean,
into mutants.
The films were shocking. The acting was shocking. They're cult classics because they're so bad.
Yeah.
But
Futurama also features in this a little bit because the underground city of New York, New York is above New York, where the mutants live.
Yeah.
And they're in the toxic waste thing. Just on the Love Canal, by the way, it's actually quite interesting. So Love Canal was a neighborhood in Niagara Falls, United States.
Okay.
And it was the site and location of a landfill that became an environmental disaster discovered in 1977, so just shortly after you were born.
Okay.
Decades of exposure to dumped toxic chemicals harmed the health of hundreds, often profoundly. The area was cleaned up over a period of 21 years.
Bloody hell.
So that is what is meant by the Love Canal.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that was actually a reality of that.
Yeah.
So while the fear may have been fear mongering, there was some reality
There was
to it.
the reality to it, yeah.
Crazy.
Also in the 80s, we were scared of killer bees.
Why killer bees? Because bees are known to be like quite,
This was
good.
this was a group of bees that was supposed to have been migrating north.
Okay.
Because of the weather, climate change, global warming, bees moving up. It's like a similar thing saying there's now great white sharks in the North Sea because the sea's warmer.
Got it.
Yeah, and it's like the idea of there'll be spiders in this country now because of tropical spiders because the climate's changing. It's that same thing, but we were told that this entire colony of killer bees were going to be invading our shores and basically killing us.
Media hyped as Africanized bees. Now that's problematic, isn't it? That's kind of like calling COVID the China virus, which I hate as well.
But they do exist, but it never came to pass.
Yeah,
that
no fruition.
We thought it was going to be an apocalypse. We really did, of these killer bees.
That's just so funny to me.
Then, of course, in the 80s as well, we had the Satanic Panic, and I've mentioned this a few times, especially around Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D.
D&D was very influential. I mean, when you watch Stranger Things, it's actually referenced in Stranger Things as well with the Satanic Panic with Eddie.
Yes.
And that comes, but also it wasn't just D&D. Yeah. Oh, bless. Spoilers. It wasn't just D&D. There was music as well.
Yeah.
The birth of heavy metal music. Iron Maiden, Metallica.
I can't remember if I said this on the last episode, but I saw this meme recently of because the Epstein files are coming out and people's names are being mentioned in whatever capacity they are. But it was like people that are not mentioned in the Epstein files, and it was basically the lead singer of most heavy metal bands, and it was so funny. They were like, "Is it Sebastian
Bach from?"
Yeah, because he was in Gilmore Girls, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say Motley Crue, but it's not Motley Crue.
But yeah, he was one of
Yeah.
them. And I was like, oh, it's him from Gilmore Girls, it's Gil. And then, because I know him as Gil, I don't know him from the band. But yeah, there was loads like the lead singer of Deftones was in there. Like loads of them were like, guess who's not mentioned? And it's just like these like heavy metal like brilliant.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
But yeah, people thought they were
and like it's like,
satanic.
if you play Led Zeppelin backwards, it will summon Beelzebub.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of shit.
I mean, Queen probably played to that, didn't they, with Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I don't doubt that they fell into it a little bit. Ozzy Osbourne, classic Black Sabbath.
Yeah. But it was a real thing.
I mean, Black Sabbath itself is kind of anti-religion.
Yeah, it was. The Satanic Panic was a real thing. It was corrupting the youth, and
that's such a good band name. It was just Satanic Panic at the disco.
Yeah.
Satanic Panic at the 80s.
Yeah. And the other thing that we were scared of in the 80s was stranger danger.
Yeah, I mean,
we were all going to get kidnapped.
I get that, but also stranger danger. We're quite aware of that throughout the decades. I would say.
But there was
we
actually,
had the white van man was our thing.
It was.
Right.
It was the same thing as the kind of what we had.
Some candy?
Yes. Oh, salad fingers.
Yeah, well, into salad fingers.
Yeah.
It's just how I feel like all creeps sound.
Yeah.
Oh God, do you know what that reminds me of? Stranger Danger reminds me of Lovely Bones.
Oh God, that film, yeah.
He hated playing that character, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Old Flip, because he's always seen as like the kind of camp, like cool dad, isn't he? In a lot of movies, and he said he hated playing that role. That's why he had such a heavy disguise.
Yeah.
But he said he felt very uncomfortable playing that role.
There's quite a lot of actors when they play role. I mean, like Evan Peters, and when he played Dharma. You know, they've got to have a break afterwards because they have to become that person.
I think him and Saoirse Ronan, isn't it?
Yeah, Saoirse Ronan.
Apparently they have a really good relationship from doing that movie together, because he was like, he wasn't keen.
I saw an interview the other day, and it was with Peter Dinklage, from Game of Thrones, plays Tyrion.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. And his so he played Tyrion Lannister, and his dad Tywin was played by Charles Dance. And Charles Dance's character Tywin absolutely hated Tyrion, and he was horrible to him, threatened him with death and all sorts of things. And Peter Dinklage said he would actually, during takes, Charles Dance would just tap on the shoulder and go, "Are you okay?" Because he was just like, so horrible to him. It's like, "Are you all right? Are you okay?"
Remind me which Skarsgård is it?
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, he checked in with all the children, didn't he, as well? And the gentleman who played Vecna as well checked in with the kids as well. He like, after he'd do something scary, he'd like high five them all afterwards.
Yeah.
Sad. It must be so difficult playing a tough character like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're awesome at it, but like on the psyche, that's got to be.
Oh, it's got to be difficult.
Yeah.
I mean,
Zac Efron played Ted Bundy as well.
Yeah. I mean, some actors have actually said, I need a break after that. I mean, I think Evan Peters done. I mean, Evan Peters, just look at what he's done. Like American Horror Story, played Dharma. Quicksilver. Yeah. He's in. He's a thing called The Beauty, which I've been watching, which is you watched The Substance, didn't you?
Yes.
It's a little bit like that. It's on Disney. Ooh. It is a little bit gory, but it's nowhere near as bad as what The Substance is. The Substance is just on another
Demi Moore,
level.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's on another level. That's weird, that film. Interesting concept. I liked it, but just a little bit over the top. Shall we move to the 90s?
Yes, sorry.
Sorry, we moved to the 90s. So, in the 90s, we were, again, I mentioned it before, quicksand. It was a bloody thing. We honestly thought we were going to, quicksand was going to be a much bigger problem than what it actually was. Such a bizarre thing.
I do keep seeing the odd meme every now and then. It was like, I thought quicksand would be more of a problem in my life.
Yeah. Genuinely was. I remember it was in nearly every single show, quicksand was going to be, you get stuck in quicksand. And in fact, you know what? This is probably going to traumatise an entire generation now. But the never-ending story. That's all I'm going to say. And I want to cry. I'm going to move on.
Okay. Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
Terrifies the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, planes just keep going missing. But I think the problem is that...
And boats. Boats.
No one can figure it the fuck out. How have we not found it out? Like, we have so much technology. We have freaking AI now.
You do realise that people fly over the Bermuda Triangle all the time.
Yeah, but the ones that go missing, they never come back. It's basically an episode of Lost waiting to happen. Also, Malaysian flight, whatever.
Yeah. That didn't fly over the Bermuda Triangle.
I don't care if it didn't. That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird. And they still have not found it.
Yeah. Have you seen Manifest?
Rings a bell.
So Manifest is where a plane so they take off in plane, and the plane and they land, and when they land, they've been missing for 5 years.
Oh yeah, this rings a bell.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's basically Lost.
Yeah, it's basically Lost, but they come back. It's very good. So yeah, reality is it's probably a little bit of weather, Hannah, and a little bit of blown out of proportion.
I like to think
going back to what we were saying before about the where the planes, thousands upon thousands of planes fly every day. You only hear about the ones that go missing. Yeah. You don't hear about the other ones. Yeah. I don't think it's that big of a problem.
I think it's something to do with the old cultists.
The occultists.
Yes.
Yes.
Yacultists. At least they've got a good gut biome.
Yeah. I forgot about this.
Go on. Sorry, I just read it.
Yeah, I remember this was a thing.
What?
Spontaneous human combustion. Where people would randomly explode.
You feared that?
Yeah.
You idiot.
It was a thing. Trust me.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure it is, but how many confirmed cases?
There was a few. It's just someone's shoes. A pile of ash.
How many confirmed cases
of spontaneous human combustion were there?
Okay.
The next one is very similar to the 80s. We'll come while you're Googling that, which was the occult in pop culture, which is, the heavy metal and all of that. It followed on from the Satanic Panic. It wasn't so much in the 90s, but it was still there. People were worried about pop culture, sort of, can't think of the word now. Go on.
Sorry, spontaneous human combustion is literally the third word into this is pseudoscientific.
Yeah.
And then it says, basically some dude, Frederick Myatt, in his book, Ablazel, Larry E. Arnold, a director of Parascience International, wrote that there had been about 200 cited reports of spontaneous human combustion worldwide over a period of 300 years. 200 people over 300 years is not that many.
That's still more than one.
I feel like there could be things to probably explain why they combusted. Okay. That is not spontaneous human combustion, you absolute narders.
There was something in the 80s that I forgot, that I just remembered that we were all scared of as well, and that was the AIDS pandemic.
AIDS.
Yeah,
I was wondered if this would come up.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
I think the problem with AIDS as well, it was very much linked to homosexuality, which was again linked to Satanism, which was had all of its problems there.
Yeah. I remember I think I've said this on previous podcasts where we had the advert, it was like, don't die of ignorance. And you had the gravestone come crashing down. It's like, Jesus. Why
aren't they just promoting people to rubber up? This is what I don't understand.
Yeah, that was the other thing.
It could have been twisted another way.
Yeah, that was the other thing that used to scare me in the 80s. Adverts and public service announcements.
I thought you meant falling gravestones.
Yeah.
Like Anvil, like Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. But that was the other thing. Like, you'd have these public service announcements on TV, and it'd be like for AIDS, and there'd be another one for deep water with Donald Pleasant's voice with the the Grim Reaper and children in the water, they're dead. It's like, what the.
If you hit me at 30, I might live.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one I remember.
Yeah, the bloody fireworks one. Yeah. With the burnt fingers with the sparklers. You remember that? Jesus Christ. Something else that was quite scary in the 90s was gang violence.
Fun.
We thought that there was going to be all these gangs were going to be fighting each other. Crime was going to, we'd all be caught in this gang warfare. A lot of it in America. when you actually look at some of the films that were around, you got like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. I mean, even when you go back into the 70s, there was films like Assault on Precinct 13, and it was about these kind of gangs in these neighborhoods that would be rising, constant at war with each other. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of gang violence, but it would never turn into the massive crime wave than what we thought it was going to be.
Damn.
But that was quite scary. But again, it was the a lot of it was fueled by the media.
Yes.
But then, of course, in the 90s, something happened, didn't it?
Yes.
We were coming up to the year 2000.
And I was born, which
You
is
were
what I
born.
thought you were going to say.
Oh, yeah, but yes, you were born.
Late 90s, 1996, maybe.
Yes. So,
I'm technically still a millennial.
technically,
I'm on the cusp.
on the cusp.
You're
a millennial in retrograde of
Yeah.
astrology.
Yeah. It's just my rising moon.
But, of course, 1999 saw the end of the millennium.
Y2K, baby.
Y2K, the Y2K bug.
Computers would fail.
Yeah, planes
Because-
would fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's supposed to die. I assume we're going to get there in 2012 as well.
Yeah, we all. Oh yeah, 2012. Yeah,
My calendar.
we'll come on to that one.
Y2K bug.
Yeah, so the Y2, but also there was a lot of anxiety about turning the millennium, and a lot of religious prophecies as well surrounding that.
Yeah, they didn't really predict much further than this, did they?
No.
We're now prophecy free, if you will.
Well, I mean, there is the theory that the world did actually end in 2012, and we've now shifted into
to another reality.
Have you heard that theory? Okay.
The one that you just said.
About death. No, about death. There's a theory about death whereby we've probably died millions of times over.
Oh yeah, reincarnation.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Don't let me interrupt.
No. Sorry. So let's say, for instance, I now stand up, I fall, and I crack my head on that radiator.
Please don't.
And I die, right? In this reality. But what happens, there's another reality where I survive that and I shift realities. You've not heard that theory? So every time you have a near-death experience, you've probably died in one reality, but you've shifted into another
I've had
reality.
two.
Yeah. So you could have died twice already, but just shifted into another reality.
Number 3.
That's another theory that I've recently heard.
Oh damn.
There we are. But yes, the Y2 bug never happened. Never happened. But then, of course, in 2001, was it September the 11th? Was it 2001?
Yeah.
Twin Towers?
Yeah. Terrorism.
9/11. The terrorism was a massive thing.
I think terrorism for me is the one that I remember being scared of.
Yeah.
In my youth, it was everywhere, all over the news, fear mongering. It was always one particular country that was always mentioned as the terrors. Yeah. Which I think is wrong. And also it was just what we were consuming. This is just what we believed, and it's horrible. I wasn't, so when 9/11 happened, I had only just turned 5. Yeah. And I don't remember it. Unfortunately, it's not something that I remember ever being on the TV. I don't remember where I was. A lot of people do remember exactly where they were, exactly when they heard this. But I think I was just too young to really understand what was happening at 5. Probably had bigger things to worry about myself at the time as a 5-year-old. Yeah. That this wasn't on my radar. It just wasn't. Yeah. And there's some people my age that do remember it, but I don't. I don't remember it on the TV. I remember you saying you remember the second.
I watched it live.
Tower being hit.
I watched it. I got a phone call from Joe, and he rang me and said, "Turn the TV on." You know, his exact words were, "World War III started." Yeah. And I turned on the telly and watched the first tower was engulfed, and then sort of watched it live as the second plane hit, because it was like, what's happening? It's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah.
That must have been terrifying, the second tower. They've hit the second tower. Yeah. It's what you hear, isn't it?
But then we had, as well, there was a thing about the anthrax letters were a thing as well.
Yes, Unabomber.
Anthrax letters. And it's like, anything could come through the post. Yeah. A white powder, anthrax, you're gone. You're dead. You're dead. We had a few viruses around as well at the time. So we had the West Nile virus, which was a mosquito-borne virus, and there was the bird flu, swine flu as well. And
Catch it, Bennett, kill it.
catch you, Bennett, kill it. We also had a thing called mad cow's disease.
I remember mad
We
cow
had to
disease.
stop eating beef. In fact, I'll tell you a funny story.
I know this story, but
the
the
story-
podcast listeners definitely haven't heard this one.
When I left school, I was a butcher for a little while, and I remember I was putting some meat out in the butchery, and it was for quite a famous supermarket when we used to have butchers in this particular supermarket. And I was there putting this meat out, and I saw
I
these.
think you're allowed to say the supermarket name.
Yeah, it was Tesco's, and we were.
It doesn't affect them.
Yeah, these two women were buying this meat, and I just remember this. A woman picked up some mince, and her friend turned around to her and said, "Oh, don't want to be buying that. What about that old mad cow's disease?" And this lady genuinely turned around and said to her friend, "It's okay. I'll put it in the freezer until it's all over and done with." And it was one of those moments where you just I looked. And it was like, this is where Darwin needs to take control.
Survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
Well, she may have eaten that mad cow infested beef, and maybe she did meet her end. What happens if you get mad cow disease? Do you go mad? Is that why it's called mad cow disease?
Yeah, it was, oh my God, it was mad cow's disease, but it was also called something else beginning with L, if I remember rightly. But it would send you, not insane, but it would do something to your brain.
It's got a very unpronounceable name.
Yeah.
A variant of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease.
Oh, okay.
Rapid, fatal, and irreversible brain damage
Yeah.
caused by misfolded prions. What the heck is a misfolded prion?
Let's hope we never find out.
Well, I want to know.
Then, of course, in the years 2000, we had this is very much the birth of the internet.
Infectious abnormal forms of normal circular proteins. That still does not help me. That trigger transformational neurodegenerative diseases in humans and animals by causing healthy proteins to misfold into a disease-associated shape. Fun. Mm-hmm. That is actually a real threat. No wonder you were scared.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, carry on.
But then, of course, with the birth of the internet,
We're going to 2010s, baby?
not quite just yet.
Sorry,
not quite just
sorry,
yet.
I've jumped.
With the birth of the internet, where it was the man in the van changed to Predators Online.
Yes.
And chat forums.
I was absolutely terrified of this.
Yep.
I think that stopped me from using parts of the internet because I was always worried about this.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much drummed down your throats along with teen pregnancy, which you haven't mentioned, by the way.
Oh, no, I haven't mentioned that.
No. I'll talk about that in a sec.
Yeah.
But Predators Online, it was cyberbullying and Predators Online was mashed down our throats about how if you put an image on the internet, it will never, ever truly not
they still say that now.
Oh, still say it now, absolutely. Yeah. But there was a lot of danger associated with that. And honestly, and I see this meme quite a lot as well, is that they drummed teenage pregnancy so far down our throats that if I actually genuinely did get pregnant right now, I'd think I'd still be in trouble. And I'm tickling 30.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly, I think they put a lot of fear into young women, and that's probably why a lot of people of my generation are like, we're not going to have kids.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, could be. Could genuinely be.
We were absolutely terrified of it, even though we weren't even there was no intimacy at this point in our lives. It was like, well, what if we're the Virgin Mary?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if it's Immaculate Conception? Like, we honestly terrified, absolutely terrified of it. Even it was just mad. What a mad time.
You're all eyes.
I am all eyes because it's like PTSD. Like, it's all coming back to me. They really did drum it down your throat. Instead of
Safe sex,
fear mongering and safe sex, teaching you, why did they not teach us about our actual periods and our cycles and how to deal with pain in our cycles? Like, where the hell was that knowledge? Don't get pregnant was the only thing that they ever told us about sex ed. It was that. It was always that. Yeah. Which is, a great move. Like, I get it. But also, there were other ways to teach it. Anyway.
So you finished.
I've finished now. 2010s.
2010s.
Let's go.
It is the kind of global instability era and social media. So climate change really goes mainstream. So
Yeah.
it's no longer just global warming. And this is what a lot of people don't seem to get. Now, in the 80s, it was the planet's heating up, so everything's going to get hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily. It's climate change, and that's the difference.
Yeah. Things can get colder too.
Exactly.
The
It's
extremes.
extremes. It's the extremes. We were worried about, or we still are, fires, hurricanes, heat waves, frozen ice ages, all sorts of stuff. So we've kind of really accepted the fact that, and there's still this bloody debate about climate change, isn't there?
Some people just don't believe it.
Some people don't believe it.
So that's like not believing in the Holocaust, like the Holocaust deniers.
I
as
know.
well. I just don't understand.
I don't understand it either. And do you know what gets me as well? It's like, even if climate change wasn't a thing, okay, then still using fossil fuels, you're using up the natural resources of the earth.
It's still bad.
It's still bad.
You can't justify it by saying, "Oh, that thing doesn't exist, so we're still going to keep doing it."
Yeah, I mean,
it's just idiotic.
I just cannot. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you've got free energy from the sun, which you can harness, wind, water, which is renewable.
Yeah.
Sorry,
ISIS.
Yeah. ISIS.
All over our media.
Yeah.
All the time.
Exactly.
Oh my God, they're going to kill us all.
It was ISIS. It was Al Qaeda, Daesh. Well, like Daesh and ISIS are the same thing. But it's
Bin Laden.
But yeah, exactly. But it was constant news coverage, and like those attacks in major cities, it was rammed down our throats. It's it's gonna happen. Ebola.
Yeah.
Ebola.
Gosh,
remember that? Remember that one? Now the thing about Ebola.
How do you know how much do you know about Ebola?
Right. So a lot how viruses work.
Right.
Okay. So a virus, when it enters the body, it wants to find a host and it wants to survive. Mm-hmm. So when you look at COVID and certain other viruses, where it doesn't kill the host, it wants to stay in the host, so it doesn't want to kill the host. Mm-hmm. But Ebola does.
Yeah.
And it's very quick.
Yeah.
So Ebola didn't last very long.
Did. Yeah. Which is good in effect, because it didn't last because everyone that got it just died.
Yeah.
And therefore didn't pass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to things like Ebola, quarantines work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds awful. It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
But the quarantine situation works.
Yeah.
Because you quarantine them, they die, the virus dies, gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But things like colds, flus, things like that, they last and they spread, and that's when viruses mutate, and they don't want to kill the host because they're killing themselves.
Yeah.
So mass shootings.
Definitely more of an Americanism, but
mass shootings. Yeah.
It terrifies me. The fact that they even have to plan that shit in schools is beyond me.
I know.
I never had to do a shooting drill at school.
No, I know.
The fact that they even have to do that rather than actually combating the problem of having guns.
It's too ingrained. I mean, without getting into
it is difficult because we never grew up with guns. So again, we have a very biased opinion on this. But
yeah, I just, when last time we went to America, and I went to Atlantic City, and I went into the fishing shop, or the Bass Pro shop, and I went up there and I looked, just curiosity, and I went to look at the guns that were up there. And obviously the guy came over and there was two people behind the counter. I think they have to have two people behind the counter. Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't ask. It was quite obvious that I'm English. And when the guy came over and he asked me if he could help, and as soon as I said, "It's okay, I'm just looking," he heard my accent and immediately was like, "Well, he's not going to buy a gun.
Yeah.
There's no, he's not here to buy." And I looked and I was just like, I was absolutely astounded at all of these what the handguns, and then along the back all of the rifles, different types of rifles, and then around the corner there were crossbows and bows and all of that. You could even buy stuff how to make your own ammunition. And what really got me was when you go into that shop, there was a sign saying, "Please surrender your firearms to the customer service desk before you enter the shop." I'm like, and immediately I saw that sign, and I'm just like, now, bearing in mind, I'm probably in the shop where I know nobody's actually got a gun because they've asked to surrender it. But then in my mind, I'm going, shit, who's got a gun?
Yeah.
And it was like, what?
Yeah.
And
There are people you're walking past on the street who will be armed.
Will be armed.
Mad, isn't it?
Will be armed, and they will be concealing that arm because they'll have a concealed carry permit. I cannot get my head round walking
so
around with a
mad.
gun.
Yeah.
And I mean, the argument is the Second Amendment rights. You know, hey America, you know it's called an amendment for a reason. Anyway, sorry.
It's okay. Carry on.
Yeah, the word amendment kind of is a bit of a clue.
Yeah.
So you know, there's that whole argument, and it is ingrained into the society, and they are used to it. But as someone who's English, I can't get my head around it.
Yeah, I struggle.
It's that culture thing. I just can't get my head around it. But moving on, we then had the social media mental health side of things.
Addiction in teens.
Yeah, addiction. Yeah, which we're seeing it.
We are seeing it.
We are seeing it. I do. I mean, when I did stupid shit when I was younger, guess what? There's no evidence of that.
No one filmed it.
No one filmed it.
Even my youth, really.
No one filmed it.
No one filmed. Yeah. Now it's see something, cameras out.
Yeah, exactly. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, the cameras come out. Yeah, and I do think it has caused. I think social media and that has got a lot to answer for when it comes to mental health. I really do. Yeah. Then of course we've got the data privacy.
GDPR, baby.
Yeah, and that is still a major issue. I mean, you look at, you know, your data. Data is probably the most. What's the word?
Most lucrative in the world.
Not vicious, precious commodity that we've got now.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
more important than money. Data, like algorithms, data, all of that is really, really valuable. That's what it's for, valuable. Now, in 2012, we were all going to die.
Yes, the Mayan calendar stopped.
Yes,
but nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Yeah. Nothing happened at all. It was the 21st of December, 2012. I think it's supposed to be like 11 o'clock in the morning. All right. So, do you want to hear a funny story?
Go on. Do we have time for a funny story?
We do have time. It's a very, very quick funny story. You know Outlook calendar?
Yeah.
You know you can put reminders on the Outlook calendar. I don't know who it was at work, right? But they put a reminder 11 o'clock in the morning on that day in 2012. Exactly that time, this thing popped up on the screen on our shared email calendar. It just said, sayonara.
Nice.
That was literally all it said.
Sayonara.
And I absolutely pissed myself laughing. Yeah. I still to this day do not know who put that on because it was on a shared email. You know, like when you have group emails. It just came up as sayonara.
Brilliant. I bet it was you. You wish. You wish you'd come up with that.
And we're now in the 2020s.
Here we are.
COVID.
Yeah.
That terrified us. But that was actually real. But now we've got fear of the next one.
You say that was real, but I think, again, that was really...
It was hyped.
It was hyped up.
Yeah.
Flu cold.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people did die, though.
Yeah. But a lot of people die of the flu.
They do, indeed.
Just put it out there.
Yeah. But then, of course, on the back of that, when's the next pandemic coming? What's it going to be? What's the next pandemic that's going to kill us?
Yeah. Yep. Now we've had a taste. It's like, oh, what's coming next?
Yeah. Of course, AI taking our jobs. It took our jobs. And a lot of... But again, it goes so it's that next level of tech that we just don't know much about it. We had the same fear with the internet.
Yeah.
We had the same fear with things. It's what we're scared of.
It's the deep fakes for me. That's the worrying one.
They do, actually. I don't... Yeah,
the ones about doctors spouting information, which is a lot of stuff that I consume, and I'm like, whoa, that's not them. Yeah. Extreme weather, and of course, climate change. We still have economic instability, which I will agree with that. I mean, the way the price changes, it's not going great. It's one of the reasons really I won't have children.
Yeah. Oh, how apt.
World War III anxiety, just this morning.
Just, in the last 24 hours, what's happened in the Middle East is possible. People are now saying, is this that fear now coming true?
We're filming this on the 1st of March, everyone. So,
1st of March, yes.
We woke up this morning to...
Well, yesterday.
Yesterday. To Iranian's leader being...
Oh, well, US and Israel have literally just... there's airstrikes in Iran, and Iran is retaliating. So
Yeah.
we'll see how the next few days pan out.
Yeah.
Then of course we've got microplastics, forever chemicals, that type of thing. Which
Ocean.
yeah, I mean, you think about it. You've seen in the oceans there's that bloody great big area, isn't there, where it's just nothing, where all the rubbish is collected.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and the coral is being destroyed because of the microplastics and because of all of that. It's quite
Killing
sad.
our planet.
Yeah, and this is one fear that I do have, and it's kind of what you've already mentioned, is the collapse of truth.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, the deep fakes, all of that.
The deepfakes are getting bad. They're getting good.
Yeah.
Too good.
Yeah. I've said it before. I don't believe anything anyone ever tells me.
No, it's so difficult.
All I will say is if there's one thing. The best way to combat this is 3 words or 4 words. Do your own research.
Yes.
Don't believe everything you see. Don't take everything at face value. Look into it properly.
Wise words from Bonus Dad.
There you go. There we are. And just to finish off, there are certain fears that come and go throughout the decades.
Okay.
And I wrote the top one just for you, daughter.
Oh, killer clowns. This actually happened, though. There was that clown going around.
I know.
I was absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
If that bloody happens in Norwich, I'm gonna move.
You do have a fear of clowns, don't you?
I don't like them. I don't like how they're faking their emotion. They've got a happy face on, but they could be a killer. It was not good for me. I don't like clowns.
Oh, I think you come over one night. I can't remember why you were just going to come spend some time with me because your mum was away, and I was scrolling through films to watch, and I saw like Killer Clown in a Cornfield, and I was like, oh, should I put this on? But I thought no, because you'd leave me. You'd walk out.
I
and
would.
leave.
I would leave the house.
You would just go.
Killer sharks.
Yeah, killer sharks. The old razor blades in sweets.
Not something I've ever experienced myself.
No. Subliminal messages panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join the Navy was in Simpsons episode.
Yeah. The video games causes violence argument comes up every now and again. Yeah. The phone will give you cancer.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Through the what's it called? The masts and stuff.
Yeah, 5G, 4G, 3G, 5G.
Any Gs.
The Gs are bad. The Gs will give you the C.
Yeah.
There you go. And the Bermuda Triangle does keep
I
coming
told
around.
you! It's a real fear, okay?
It does keep coming around every now and again, the old Bermuda Triangle.
It keeps taking lives. I'm telling you, it's something to do with that all-seeing eye cult. It's the stonemasons.
The Freemasons.
Freemasons, sorry. A stone and whatever the other people.
Yeah. So there you go.
What
do you think of that?
Well, I am certainly terrified.
Are you? So is there anything at the moment that does kind of that collective fear, that all of those fears that happen? Is this one of those that you think, actually, yeah, I am actually genuinely worried about
Bermuda Triangle. I think we've made that very clear. No, I think for me, deep fakes is one of my biggest concerns, especially when it comes to medical information as well.
Mm.
And also, just like the economy really collapsing, it's going to happen. I think we're on the verge of that, perhaps. And I don't know what life's going to look like in the next 3 years. Like I don't, something as close as that. It's one of the reasons I won't have children is because I can't bring myself to bring someone into this world that's going to be, well, potentially either in poverty, not being looked after by the healthcare system is probably one of my biggest ones, and we just feel we've got wars, we've got everything going on. It's not a good world at the moment. No, I'm not proud to be living on this earth currently as it stands, especially when the Bermuda Triangle is so
it's such a threat,
so rife. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode of Bonus Dad, Bonus Daughter on collective fears, we have plenty in the bank. The only thing left to say is stay clear of the Bermuda Triangle. Cue the outro. Thanks for joining us on Bonus Dad, Bonus Daughter. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials and share the podcast with someone who'd love it. We are available on all streaming platforms. See you next time. Bye-bye.